How's everyone doing? I have not done a video like this for so long. Anyway, I thought I'd put my hair in some rollers, put my hair in a set. I'm going out this evening. I thought I'd come and do a video. Anyway, so let's think what we're going to talk about today. I'm just going to talk about a few random subjects as I put my makeup on, things that you might find interesting. So I've just put on a bit of foundation. I'm now going to do some, I've got this P. Louise. Where is it? This always happens, doesn't it? Come on here. So suddenly I can't find nothing. It's here. There you go. So I've got this P. Louise eyeshadow that I'm going to use. Eyeshadow set. It's really nice. It's got little lights on and stuff. It's called, what's it called? Oh, yeah. Get yourself in check. Yeah, maybe we all could take note of that. Let's get ourselves in check. Yeah, what I wanted to talk about is I've just been using this amazing product, right? It's just castor oil. That's all it is. Just castor oil. And I've just found it absolutely amazing. My skin's really good since I've been using it. And even on my hands and stuff, it's really nice. I just put it on at night before I go to bed. And it's only like £7 on Amazon. Or you can buy it from other places, I'm sure. So I'm just putting a bit of eyeliner on. So what I want to talk about today was, apart from that, was I wanted to talk about time slips. Because I'm fascinated with time slips, me. I don't know if anyone else is. I have been since I was a kid. You know, the thought of being able to travel through time. I mean, I am a Sagittarian, so I like travelling anyway. But, you know, let's take it to the next level. Let's travel through time. So anyway, so I was hearing about this place in Liverpool called Bold Street. I'm really fascinated. I really want to go there. I was kind of becoming a little obsessive, actually, about that. So I am going to try and make my way down there at some point this year. But, yeah, so what happens in Bold Street is... the first story that I heard about it was, I've heard a few, I'm just going to say them as I'm doing this. So there was one guy, he went down Bold Street and he was shoplifting down there, right? And the police were following him, like giving him a chase and all that. And as they were chasing him, he suddenly went down this part of Bold Street where he completely disappeared. So that would be great, wouldn't it, if you were a shoplifter to know that? But sadly for him, it happened that I'm just using this, it's a bit blunt, but it'll be all right. They caught him as well. So sadly for him, they caught him. So yeah, because he was so bewildered when he came round, they just caught up with him and caught him. So that was one story. Then there was another lady who just had a baby. I think this was in the 90s. Anyway, and she decided she needed to get some... Because I think Bold Street is kind of like a place where people go shopping, you know, quite for stuff. It's a shopping place, you know, like a high street, I guess. So anyway, this girl, she said to her mum she was going to go to Mothercare and get some stuff for the baby. So she went down to the Mothercare. And when she went in there, right, she had like a plastic card. You know, like a Visa, whatever. Sorry, I should keep that the way when I'm doing this. I'm just using this to give myself a bit of a smoky eye. Anyway, and so she goes into the Mothercare, and she didn't notice at first, but she did think, oh, they're a bit old-fashioned prams and that, you know, like from the old days. So, oh, maybe they're coming, you know, you probably think, oh, maybe they're coming, making a comeback, you know, in fashion or something. Anyway, and then she went to get some stuff that she, you know, and went to the counter, and she tried to give them the check, and they were like, no, what is that? What is that? They just wanted cash. She's like, oh my gosh. And then she looked round and she looked at everything was really like old-fashioned there, and then she came out of the shop, like sort of, and then it all went back to normal. Anyway, when she got home, she said to her mum that I went into the shop and I went to buy some stuff for the baby, and when I got to the till, they wouldn't take my card, they would only take cash. And the mum said, well, there hasn't been a Mothercare there for about 15 years. So that proved that was a time slip, yeah? And then the other one was a guy who, he was with his wife, and him and his wife wanted to get a book from the book Trainspotting, remember, in the 90s, from Waterstones. She wanted to read the Irvine Welsh Trainspotting, and he was going to get something from another shop. Anyway, when he got to the shop, it was like, I think it was like a shop that sold clothes or something, like trainers or something. When he got there, he went inside the shop, and it was like all ladies' handbags and dresses, like from the 1950s, and everyone was dressed like that. And he was like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? But then he saw this one woman, and she was like, she had like a 90s handbag. So he thought, oh, okay. So this was like in Bold Street, and this was in Liverpool, but like this has happened like quite a few times, you know, not just there, in other places. I mean, I watched this YouTube channel because I'm a nerd, right, called Weird World, because I love all these things. And on there they have a lot of these time slip things. I'm just cleaning that up a bit. They have a lot of these time slip things there. I'm just put a bit of eyeliner on. I just find it really fascinating, to be honest. I just find it really, really fascinating. Do you see how I do that side really neat, and this side is just a massive mess? So I didn't have enough rollers, that's why. Never mind. Anyway, let me put some eyeliner on. Anyway, so it's nice to come on here. I've actually done something to my foot, which means I've got more time. I actually hurt my foot. I fell over my washing basket. Can you believe it? I fell over my washing basket, and then I kind of like, the foot wasn't broken because I went to the minor injuries clinic and they said, oh no, it's not broken, but it was swollen. It really hurt, you know. So yeah, getting back to the time slips, I just find the whole thing absolutely fascinating. You know, on the Weird World, you know, that some of people like, and also it also links sometimes to the Mandela effect, if you know what the Mandela effect is. The Mandela effect is when you remember something, like the Disney, you know, with Tinkerbell. You know, when she came and she did all that on the Walt Disney with the wand, and then they say, oh no, it's not like that anymore. And it was never like that. And you're like, hold on a minute, I remember it distinctly like that. Like there's been some things that I can think of, like Febreze, you know, then it was Febreze. I'm sure it was Febreze in the beginning, and then there was the Tinkerbell one really sticks out for me. So I, you know, I personally, I just think, you know, it's the way it is, you know, and it's just a strange things that happen in this world, and then we don't know why. You know, have we gone on to a different timeline? Did we go on a different timeline after the pandemic? Is that, you know, did we? I mean, we just really, you know, we can't really be sure. It just, since 2012, things have been quite weird, haven't they? You know, since 2020, even more weird since then. There's been other times where, you know, when we look about it, where, you know, that they've been transported back to the 1950s. There was one story that really sticks out in my mind about a young lad who went fishing with his mum and dad. This was in America. He went fishing with his parents and his dad, actually, and his brother. And anyway, and he got up early because he was really excited because, you know, he wanted to do his fishing and that. And then when he ran down to the river, he saw like these two native Indians, and they were just like stood there, and it was really weird because they were dressed like the sort of native Indians you would see in the museum. And anyway, he was a bit sort of taken aback, you know, nervous and stuff. And then the next thing, he saw all these like Civil War cavalry guys, and they actually spoke to him and said, they said, oh, which way did the Indian people go, you know, the native Indians? And he said, that way. You know, I probably would say, I don't know. Because I don't know, I just probably would have, because I don't want to get involved. Yeah, and then there was one where they went into this American diner, a dad and his son. They suddenly they were on a dirt track road. They didn't know where they were, so they went, this was another one in America, and so they went into this American diner. And when they went into the American diner, everyone was dressed in like 1950s clothes and stuff, and they all were staring at them, because obviously they were dressed like in like the clothes that we wear today. So they asked the directions, and the lady gave them directions, and she said, but the dad, because he was a bit older, you know, this was probably, I don't know when this was, maybe early 2000s, he remembered like from when he was a child that it was a dirt road back then, so he kind of knew that she was telling the right way, but just not in the modern way, like more when he was a kid. So he was able to get home from her directions, and when they came out and they started driving, it went all back to normal again. So what do you think? You know, do you think that these time slips are real, or do you think, you know, this is just made up by people? I mean, there's a hell of a lot of people. I mean, on Weird World, right, that every week there's more. Do you know what I mean? There's more. You know, I could just spend and I'm so fascinated with all this stuff, I could just spend my whole time just watching it, all of them. But unfortunately, I do have to do other things. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I just find the whole concept of the Mandela effect. Also, the Mandela effect, there's another thing you can think about with this, is sometimes with the Mandela effect, it can be like, say for instance, you put something down, right? Because this is all about parallel universes. Like, we're in this universe, but there's different timelines, right? They're saying now that all the timelines have come together, some people, but like for a long time there was just like, you know, different timelines that you could be on. So, and if that is the case, that means that, say you put your hairbrush on your bed and you knew you put your hairbrush on your bed, and then you went out of the room and you came back and the hairbrush wasn't on the bed, right? And then a few days later it turned up somewhere else. It's kind of that things, but some people would say that might be actually, you know, somebody, your ancestor or a spirit maybe moving it. You just don't know, really. But it's all really very fascinating, I think. I do anyway. I find it all really, really, really fascinating. And yeah, what else? So yeah, I just thought I'd put a bit of eyeliner on and have a little chat with you guys. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of good stories lately. Yeah, when I was in Ireland, I saw there was a good story there, which I might do a little video about. There was a couple that kind of, you know, piqued my interest, as it were. But I think I've done 11 minutes now, and all I've done is got some eyeliner on. So yeah, just tell me what you think. Do you think that time slips are real? We'll concentrate on the time slips today, otherwise we're going to be all over the place. But I actually think it's a very interesting phenomenon, and we really don't know, do we? Really, because we've been lied to what the truth really is. So I'll leave it there, and let me know, and take care. And I've done a little video. I haven't done one for ages. Bye.